What is poppin', my guys? It is your boy Ash Lee coming at you with our Week 8 game of Season 2 of the IBA D1. That's a shit ton of numbers, but we're playing it's ShadowLink, the Season 1 champion, so I was really excited for this game. I always like to play good people because that's how you get better, obviously. And he is the Jersey Shellos, which is a really cool team name, as well as I really like his logo as well. But really excited to play this game. I've kind of been waiting to play because, like I said, basically, I don't know, man. Like, I like competition. I'm not like out here saying that like I'm cutthroat or anything like that. But if I enter a server that for a league I'm going to join in, there's always one person that catches my eye, and obviously the big guy with the big old Season 1 champion tag over his head definitely drew my attention. So I've been excited for this game for a while. I actually will pause this just briefly as I open up my showdown things so I can tell you about the team. Alright, as you can tell by the noticeable lag, I have Showdown open. Let's go ahead and talk about what he has up real quick, though. We have TS Tapu Fini, Registeel, Gliscor, Chandelure, Mega Absol, and Superior. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. It's 6th season. But so that's a pretty scary team. He's got really good offensive pressure with Mega Absol, Chandelure, and Superior. And his defensive core of Gliscor and Registeel is very, very nice. So this team is one I was very worried about breaking through. But I think I brought what I needed to in order to put up a fight. So we have lots of legs. The Scolipede. This has E-Belt, Speed Boost, Earthquake, Mega Horn, Swords Dance, and Superpower. Now, just go ahead and bring your attention to the screen here and see how literally everything but Tapu Fini is obliterated after a Swords Dance. Hopefully, looking at his team. Again, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm sick. I'll try to edit those out if I remember, but we'll see. I'm pretty forgetful. +2 Superpower definitely takes out Registeel. And then pretty much after that, the only thing that's a problem is Gliscor and Tapu Fini. And both of those things are very easily 2-hit KO'd. If they cannot OHKO my Scolipede, then they don't really have a whole lot to say. I didn't bring a poison move because even though I kind of would have needed one for Tapu Fini, it still didn't do anything against Gliscor. It wouldn't have done much against Registeel, and I had Mega Horn to hit Superior and Mega Absol, so I felt like I didn't need it. Next up, we have our Ugly God, the Heatran, Leftovers, Stealth Rock, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, and Flamethrower. I definitely wanted Stealth Rocks up to do some chipped for some of my later Pokemon to do some sweeping, and Heatran was just obviously the best way to get those in. Leftovers, bulky special defensive set, Earth Power to hit Chandelure as well as Registeel, Flash Cannon to hit Tapu Fini, Flamethrower to hit Superior. You know how it goes. Next up, we have Big Baller Brand, the Electrode. Now, I really like having Electrode on this team. I'm sorry. Also, I EV'd Scolipede to outspeed Scarfed Chandelure at +1. I think, if I could. If I couldn't, then it's +2 Scarfed Chandelure. Then next up, we have our Electrode with Zap Plate. He is EV'd to outspeed, I think, a max speed Superior or a max speed Mega Absol. I think he might have had something else on his team that was also very fast, but basically everything on this team is EV to outspeed his fastest thing with some speed creeping. I'm not going to say exactly what. I don't want people coming here and scouting me, but I definitely did speed creep a little bit on some of these things. And but it is modest with 252 in special attack, running Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, and Foul Play. So basically, Volt Switch just for initiative, Thunderbolt for that Tapu Fini, Hidden Power Ice for the Gliscor, and Foul Play to hit that, I guess, Mega Absol as well as Chandelure very, very hard. Does that play basically just gives me really good priority switching? Because as long as he does, because like, and also I want him to think that I'm Scarf or Specs on this Electrode because I want him to feel comfortable bringing out his Electrode on an Ice type move, right? Because HP Ice from Electrode with a modest full special attack electrode does, I think, 90% or 80%. I'm definitely gonna have to edit those out. There's too many coughs. I need to get some water. But anyway, really like this electrode set. Hoping I can catch him off guard and get him with the hidden power ice. Next up is Sensei SXK39. I let one of my friends name some of these Pokemon, by the way, so that's why some of them got some strange names. This is Choice Scarf, Tapu Bulu, obviously Grassy Surge. It's got Mega Horn, Stone Edge, Super Power, and Horn Leech. Those 4 moves right there hit every single thing on his team for super effective. I can OHKO every single thing on his team pretty much, except for Tapu Fini and Registeel from full health with one of these moves. So this Scarf Tapu Bulu set is going to be nice. The only thing on his entire team that it does not outspeed is a Choice Scarf Chandelure. So I'll tell you what I do about that later though. So then I got Noivern. Noivern's a nice little taunt, flamethrower, hurricane, Draco, meteor set. Taunt to prevent something like Registeel from setting up some like hazards or toxics and things like that. It's taunt to stop the Gliscor from getting up rocks if that opportunity comes around. Tapu Fini. I can stop Tapu Fini from defogging if he has defog on Tapu Fini. Enough speed to outspeed Superior at 10 minutes per Superior. So it outspeeds everything on his team except for Choice Scarf, Chandelure. So looking at all of his Pokemon, with the 5 Pokemon I had, I said, what is the only Pokemon that these 5 cannot handle with good play? And the only thing that these 5 Pokemon cannot take out pretty safely is Choice Scarf Chandelure. So I brought Chet You Betcha, the Mega Banette, with Knockoff, Pain Split, Destiny Bond, and Shadow Ball. Wow, that's supposed to be Shadow Claw. I'm an idiot. I'm glad I ended up not having to use that, because that'd have been really embarrassing. So really weird spread on this. I can't remember why. It was like 252 in attack, 176 in attack. I'm sorry, 252 in HP, 176 in attack, and 80 in defense with a plus defense minus special defense nature. I might have fucked that up. I don't know. Well, I don't know. But if that says anything, all it says is that the only reason I brought this Banette was to sack off something to a Choice Scarf Chandelure and then Destiny Bond, take it with me. Like, I was just like, look man, I can't stop it, so I'm just gonna snatch it out the sky. That's my only way of beating Choice Scarf Chandelure on here. And if he happens to not kill me or do something weird and my Banette goes down without Chandelure going down, that's GG. That's absolutely GG. So we're going to go ahead, hop on in here, take a look at the game. Very excited. Hopefully we can cop a win this week, seeing as we are currently 0-2 in the IBA D1. Got to get our clout up. So I'm going to leave Big Baller Bram, hoping to, get that Gliscor in as soon as possible. But as you can see, just goes for the Volt Switch with the Zap Planet with the Zap Cannon with the Zap Plate that does 18%, as he's just gonna throw up his Stealth Rocks. So whatever. I don't really have anything that's super affected by Stealth Rocks. I mean, obviously Noivern doesn't like them and Scolipede doesn't like them, but not too bothered. I didn't bring any hazard removal, so I guess I just can't be bothered. I set up my Stealth Rocks here as he switches into Tapu Fini, and here expecting a Flash Cannon, he's actually just going to switch right out into his Registeel. So me personally, I didn't like that. I didn't know, I think his Tapu Fini would have only taken like 40% due to my calcs, and if he was Specs, he absolutely blew away my Heatran. So that's not a chance I was willing to take. I'm just going to double out here into my Tapu Bulu. It takes anything that Tapu Fini wants to throw out at it, and matches up well against the rest of his team. So here I expect that he thinks that I'm going to go Super Power and go Chandelure. So I go ahead and switch out here into Heatran, as he's just going to fire off a Thunder Wave. So I'm really glad I didn't stay in, because a Super Power wouldn't have killed. If a Super Power would have killed, I probably would have just gone for it anyway. But thankfully, I switched, and my Tapu Bulu is not paralyzed. My Heatran is, so I really cannot catch a paralysis on Scolipede or Tapu Bulu. They are my offensive win cons, so that at least it's good to know that he has Thunder Wave and that I have options to dissuade him from going into it. So here I'm actually going to double out just as he does. He's going to double out into his Tapu Fini, and I'm going to double out into my Noivern. So here I'm actually going to switch again because I don't want to take a Moonblast or anything here. And I know that Electrode can take one Moonblast and definitely at least force a switch or force something. So he's going to go for the Moonblast here. As I think I go ahead and fire off a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt. I cannot remember. I think I might just fire off a Thunderbolt. But he does go into Registeel again, not wanting to risk his Gliscor for some reason. So that Thunderbolt is going to do a nice 24% to this big, fat, disgusting Registeel. And I'm just going to Volt Switch out of here. I think I'll Hard Switch. Yeah, I didn't want to risk him doing something weird. Probably should have just Volt Switch for damage, but, you know, hindsight's 20/20. That's what they always say. He's going to Seismic Toss the Heatran, so not too big of a deal. He didn't, you know, I know Registeel gets Earthquake, so that would have been much worse. Because now he kind of has made it clear to me that he only has Seismic Toss. He does not have Earthquake. So I'm just going to fire off the Flash Cannon here. I figured he would switch into Tapu Fini. I hadn't showed Flash Cannon yet. It seemed like a pretty safe switch. But unfortunately, he just stays in, which is fine because I think I'm just actually going to fire off a Flamethrower here or another Flash Cannon possibly. Or I might switch. I can't remember. This game was kind of late last night. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Earth Power there as he makes the good switch into the Gliscor. So finally getting the Gliscor into the game and activating that Toxic Orb. So unfortunately, this is not a Defog set. This is the Poison Heal set, which is such a good mod, man. I love Gliscor. So he's going to go right back out here into Metallica as I switch. So that was pretty smart on him, anticipating that I would switch. But I'm going to go right here into Tapu Bulu. And at this range, I think Superpower can knock out. So I might just go for it. He's made it clear that he's not trying to switch in Chandelure. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit Superpower and do a nice chunk of change. He's going to fire off a Seismic Toss here, bring me down to about 53%. And here I don't like my chances. I'm down. I'm -1 in attack. He does have leftovers, and here I think the safest play is just to switch right back out into my Heatran because he obviously can't do any damage to my Heatran. If he kills my Heatran, it's no big deal, but if he kills my Bulu, that's really bad. So a good switch there because he protects. I'm not getting any more damage. I get to get some of that leftovers plus grassy terrain recovery, which is insane. It adds so much to your bulk having grassy terrain and leftovers on a bulky Pokemon. It's actually crazy. And he's gonna go right back out here into Tapu Fini, getting rid of the grassy terrain, going with the misty terrain. Is I'm just gonna fire off a Flamethrower now. See, I love the Flamethrower to a specially defensive Tapu Fini did 17%. That doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm not special attack invested at all. That's just Heatran's natural special attack. So, yeah, he's such a strong Pokemon. I like Heatran a lot. We're going to go right here into Tapu Bulu again, though, because he has made it clear that he can't really do a whole lot to us. And I'm going to click Horn Leech here because I really don't have a choice. It can 2-hit KO anything that wants to come in. And I just need that health back. I need enough health to last rocks. That is literally all I need. I see he goes into Chandelure, takes a really good bit by going rocks, and I get the Horn Leech off. I get a nice crit and almost knock it out. Puts me back at 46% health. So that's a very nice crit. It 2-hit KO'd anyway, so the crit is not super important, especially because of the way that I do end up handling this Chandelure. I'm just going to go right here into Ugly God and sack him off. If he goes for a fire type attack, good for him. That's just going to give me a boost to my Flamethrower, and I might be able to do 19% to Tapu Fini. And if he kills my Heatran, I can just go straight into Banette and trap this thing. So he's steady getting some leftovers recovery here. And another thing that I did about Banette, I made it Frisk so that I would be able to tell if it's Choice Scarf when I throw this in. So, as you'll see right here, I throw in my Banette, it's going to Frisk the Chandelure, and you're going to see the Choice Scarf. So, it is, in fact, Choice Scarf. I'm really glad I brought this. I'm just going to Prankster Destiny Bond and take this thing down with me because, obviously, Choice Scarf Shadow Ball from a Chandelure is going to absolutely obliterate this Mega Banette, and we're going to take it down with us, and now we're looking very, very good for a Bulu sweep. Because nothing on his team outspeeds Bulu anymore, and nothing on his team really resists heavily the Horn Leech. Here I decided to go Electrode after the dual fall because I figured I could just Volt Switch on anything or HP Ice to Gliscor. So here I Volt Switch and go out into my Noivern in case he wants to go for sub, because my Noivern has Infiltrator, and that's really all I needed because I have Flamethrower on this set. As soon as he hits the Leaf Storm, it only does about 15 damage. He knows that he can't knock me out here. So I just go right for the Flamethrower, and he actually ends up going into Registeel. So it has 39% health left. This is max special attack Noivern. It's not modest, it's timid, but you'll not bad at all. I really thought that he was going to go for the sub, which is why I even had this Infiltrator set, was to get behind a superior sub because it outspeeds, it KOs with Flamethrower, and it has Infiltrator. So, but he decides to sack off the Registeel instead of sacking that off, and he goes right here into Shadow. So now here I know it's Sucker Punch. He brings this thing out. He knows that he doesn't outspeed me. He has to have Sucker Punch. That's the only way he would bring this out right now, and he does. So I look at my Mons, and I'm like, after Rocks, Electrode, and Scolipede both died to a Shadow, to a Sucker Punch. So I have to go Bulu. And here I have not revealed that I am Scarf. So instead of going for Sucker Punch, he goes for a regular move. We're going to hit the Mega Horn and Oko the Mega Absol. So Mega for a Mega, my man. That was, that was good. I'm glad that I didn't reveal the Scarf before then. There was a small chance that I could have outsped Chandelure. I didn't want to take a risk on it. I played it like a normal Bulu so that he did not know that I was Scarf. Here I know Mega Horn doesn't take it out, and that there's a chance it could take me out. So I'm just going to go right here into lots of legs. I know that I can tank a Moonblast easily. I think I can tank a Scald, and I thought that I would get the speed boost by switching it in, but I did not. So here he probably expects a poison type move and goes right into Gliscor, as I'm just going to get a free Swords Dance up. So now I've got my Swords Dance up, feeling real nice. I got my +1 speed boost from my nice little ability, and I'm just going to hit Mega Horn because nothing else really hits this Gliscor for heavy. I don't have like HP Ice or anything. Not like it would matter. I get the nice crit, bringing it down to 25%, as it's just going to Earthquake and take me out. So after Poison Heal, it's going to put it up at about 39, I think. 39%? Am I right? 37. Close. So that is in range of Bulu. So I'm going to go straight here into Bulu. I'm going to Horn Leech and take out this Gliscor. Yeah, get that health. Put me up at about 57. Then we're going to get Grassy Terrain. Put me up a little bit higher, probably like 60 something, 68 maybe, 63. I'm dumb, I can't do math. And he's gonna go right here into Superior. So this is a roll to kill right here. I can get a roll. I Horn Leech. I do not get the roll, but it puts me up at about 84%, and he is going to just Leaf Storm. That's going to do 44%, but because I've been regaining so much health through through Grassy Terrain and through Horn Leech, he just doesn't have the firepower to take me out. I'm gonna Horn Leech again, boost myself up back over 50%, and this Tapu Fini has nothing it can do to take me out. So sorry for the turn too early spoilers, but we do end up taking this one to the bank. He is gonna switch in here, take some rocks damage. It does change the Grassy Terrain, so we're not getting that kind of recovery. And if he happened to have like HP Poison, that would be disgusting, but he doesn't. We're going to Horn Leech, get all the way back up to 94. He's going to Moonblast, take us down to 38. And we're going to get our first win in the IBA D1, which is really excited. I had a great time playing this game. I'm really happy with my prep. I've started prepping on my own a lot more lately. Just trying to get better and trying to use the skills that other people have taught me in my prep. And it's nice to see it. It's nice to see it work out. Really honestly. Scarf Bulu is such a cool mon. The Grassy Terrain Horn Leech sweep is devastating if you get rid of their Grass Resist, because you're just gaining back so much health all the time. Like, most sweepers can die, you know, at the end of a sweep because they're just getting worn down by chip damage and like chip priority and stuff like that. But when every time I attack I'm gaining back 30-40% of my health, like, that's rough, man. Good game to ShadowLink. I really enjoyed this. I think this was one of the smarter games that I've played. And It's a good, I don't know, man. I ramble on this all the time at the end of these fucking videos. Basically, just to sum it up, really good game. I was really scared of the Choice Scarf Chandelure, and if I didn't have Mega Banette, this game would definitely be a much different story, because I literally don't have anything that could have taken on a Choice Scarf Chandelure, depending on what it was locked into. So thank you all for coming by and watching the channel. It's nice to get that first dub, and hopefully we got some more to come. I think that moves us to I have no idea what my record is in the IBA right now. I mean, I did join late. I know that I'm 1-2 personally, and I think I was 2-4 when I came in, so I might be 3-6 now, 4-6. I don't know. You'll see on the thumbnail. Hope y'all enjoyed everything. It's been your boy Ashley the Cat. Like, comment, subscribe, all the bullshit. You know how it goes. And I will see you guys later. Peace.